In this video, we are going to talk about top 5 most famous F1 teams in history. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. The first Formula One World Championship took place in 1950, but it wasn't until 1958 that a constructors' title was contested, which have been the most successful F1 teams in that time. Back then, the Constructors' Championship was known as the International Cup for F1 manufacturers, and it's adopted a number of names in the years since. The rules have evolved a great deal too. Until 1980, only the best-placed car would contribute points to the constructor standings, with various rules about counting a team's best results over the course of a season. Number 5. Lotus, 7 constructors' titles, 6 driver titles. Lotus is a name synonymous with F1, as is the innovative engineering of founder Colin Chapman. Lotus's first entry came at the Monaco Grand Prix in 1958, and its first constructors' title came along 5 years later. That year it won all but 3 of the 10 championship races, with Jim Clark propelling the Scot to the first of his 2 drivers' crowns with the outfit. Constructors' wins in 1972 and 1973, led by Emerson Fittipaldi, gave Lotus 4 wins in 6 years. But perhaps its most famous title victory came in 1978. Partway through the season, the team introduced the Lotus 79, which drastically improved the ground effect aerodynamics of the chassis that preceded it. Number 4. Mercedes, 8 constructors' titles, 9 driver titles. Mercedes returned to Grand Prix racing in 2010, having agreed to buy the Brawn outfit that sensationally won both F1 world titles in the previous season. It tempted Michael Schumacher out of his 4-year retirement, fielding an all-German driver lineup with Nico Rosberg signed from Williams. Their 8th constructor title put them as the joint 3rd most successful F1 team in history, level with McLaren. Only once has Mercedes contested an F1 race without entering one of Fangio, Schumacher, or Hamilton. The 2020 Sakhir Grand Prix, which Hamilton missed after contracting COVID-19. Number 3. McLaren, 8 constructors' titles, 12 driver titles. McLaren was founded by New Zealander Bruce McLaren in 1963, with the team making its first F1 appearance at the Monaco Grand Prix in 1966. The team's founding driver secured its first championship victory at the Belgian Grand Prix 2 years later, although its first titles didn't arrive until 1974. McLaren fielded a lineup of Alain Prost and Niki Lauda in 1984, and the 2 drivers produced the closest ever contest in the history of the Drivers' Championship to date. McLaren has only won 1 constructors' title in the 30 years since its stint at the top came to an end, although it has picked up 3 drivers' titles in that time. 2 for Mika Häkkinen in 1997 and 1998, and 1 for Lewis Hamilton in 2008. Number 2. Williams, 9 constructors' titles, 7 driver titles. Williams only entered F1 as a fully fledged constructor for the first time in 1978, but with owner Frank Williams at the helm and designer Patrick Hett developing the car, the team claimed its first constructors and drivers' titles in only its 3rd full season. Alan Jones and Carlos Reutemann formed the driver lineup that year, with a 2nd title following in 1981. While chief rival Michael Schumacher moved to Ferrari, Williams returned to the front in 1996, and with a rejuvenated Damon Hill and rookie teammate Jacques Villeneuve, with Hill taking the drivers' crown as the team dominated to the constructors' title with the F218. Its most recent run has seen it slump to the back of the grid to coincide with the end of the Williams family ownership and takeover by Doralton Capital. Number 1. Ferrari, 16 constructors' titles, 15 driver titles. Ferrari is by far the most successful F1 team in history, becoming the first to celebrate its 1,000th race at the Tuscan Grand Prix in 2020. It won its first constructors' title in 1961 with Phil Hill, Richie Ginther, and Wolfgang von Trips leading its lineup, although the German driver was killed at the penultimate race, having led the driver's standings going into the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Controversially, the race wasn't stopped after the accident, allowing Hill to take the checkered flag and the title by a single point. Ferrari has had limited success, although it won 2 more constructors' titles in 2007 and 2008. Kimi. Raikkonen was crowned Drivers' Champion in 2007, with Felipe Massa famously missing out on the last lap of the Brazilian Grand Prix a year later. So this is our today's video. If you like our video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel or hit the bell icon. We will meet again with another interesting topic. Till then, stay safe and stay happy.